Namaste. Namaste. Truly, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You, human being, light being, thank you for existing on this plane, in this game. You know how to play here because you are the game. Last night I was shown a vision of the universe. The universe is a dot, or existence is a dot. All is dot. Okay, that's why I'm living as a dot, because all is dot. All is dot. All is dot. Time is dot. All existence is dot. What I would call God, the center of creation. Every time I immerse myself in full oneness, I am all creation. I am all that is. You are all that is. You are all that is. When you feel that expansion, you feel divine love. You feel divine fulfillment. And that center point is in you, because the universe is in you. I can say these things, but it's all about experience. Then you understand. When you allow yourself to experience. So, my love, I love you. Now, close your eyes and take a moment. Breathe. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in oneness. Breathe in existence. Feel yourself in the center point of all existence. And expand. Expand. As your lungs expand, you expand, your consciousness expands until you are all existence, everywhere in existence. You are universe. When you feel that, when you feel that, when you feel that, hold your breath. This is stillness. This is oneness. This is God. And as you breathe out, feel the contraction of your lungs. Feel the relief. Breathe out and feel nothingness. Feel the other side of the coin. It's just, in this universe, we have polarities. In this universe, we have duality, nothingness, oneness, are states of consciousness. In nothingness, it's like you are nothing, nothing exists, nothing is real. In oneness, you are everything, all creation, your creation itself. They are the same. Nothingness and oneness are truly the same. Truly. There is no separation between anything. As all is dot. If all is dot, there is no true separation, but that's a state of consciousness. That is a state of consciousness. Because if you are in a different state of consciousness, of course there is duality, of course there is difference between things. And it's part of the experience. The physical plane is one plane of expression, All dimensions, all planes are planes of expression. Here you are experiencing creation. You're experiencing creation in human form, how you create a reality. This is a creation game. That's why beings enter this realm, to create. To create in physical form, to experience creation, to experience existence in a human world, on earth, third dimensional earth. There's also fourth dimensional earth, the astral plane, which I've learned to enter with consciousness of this physical plane as well. Because usually what happens is we have our astral self, we have the reality there, but then we don't remember it here. But now, as we are, and I've been bridging dimensions, I feel like, there is no veil, there is no difference. As if all is dot, if all is here, as you see, this is the universe, all is here. There is no truly limits between dimensions, only the limits that you set, and only the limits of, I don't want to say that there are the limits of your senses, because your body houses your consciousness, okay? And my physical body houses my consciousness on the physical plane, and every time I'm in my body here, in this biological computer, I see and perceive of this world. But even on this plane, you can perceive of the other dimensions when you open yourself up to sensitivity, when you open yourself up to higher perception. But that's as well something you need to allow to happen, because, like I said, all is about how much you limit your experience. If you limit your experience in certain ways, like you say that, oh, I can't see spirits or something like that, then you won't perceive of the astral plane, because that's just, that's astral sight. Like, if you are able to perceive of the astral plane, you have all of your bodies here right now. All of your bodies are made to house your consciousness. That's what a body is for. A body is made for housing one's consciousness. And all your bodies are here. It's not like your astral body is somewhere, your astral body is here. And your etheric body and all of your bodies. When you learn to basically be in all of those bodies at the same time, like you are, but when you are able to hold consciousness, awareness of all of those bodies at the same time, and feel all of those bodies at the same time, it's like you bridge all those dimensions, you are all of that at the same time. That's when you can bring the abilities of those other bodies into the physical as well, because you are in those dimensions at the same time, like you are them all. And then you can, let's say, levitate. Then you can, let's say, have a very clear astral vision on this plane as well. It's just opening yourself fully up to the multi-dimensional experience of yourself, as you are a multi-dimensional being. 2020 has opened us up to a whole new energy. It's like, now it becomes impossible to be a fence sitter. I feel the split. I see the split. It's a completely different experience. I feel like for the past few years, it was possible to be a bit like in both worlds, playing here a bit and then going to 5D, fully immersing in oneness, and then going to play a bit like in this smaller consciousness. But now I feel like what has happened is I am just housing my higher self in this body, the consciousness I'm housing in this body, the thoughts I'm receiving, the downloads, all of that has sort of exploded to the point where I feel that there is no other version of me anymore. It was a past life. This is the me. This is the new me. Last year I decided that now it's time for the new me, fully. 2020, all I'm experiencing is the new me. as the lower stuff is cleared. You see what chakras represent? Chakras represent levels of consciousness. The first chakra is survival states of consciousness. All of that, if you have imbalance there, you are stressed. Like all you're thinking of is how you're surviving. All like fear, let's say fear is here. And as long as people are driven by fear-based programming, fear-based thoughts, fear-based experience, that's really keeping you in a lower state, because that's the first need. Like I talked about in my last video, it's the first need. And then you get a bit higher and there's the relationships and sexuality, and on the third level of consciousness you're thinking of power, you're thinking of yourself, like the concept of your person, like ego self, or that kind of role game. As long as you are on the three lowest levels, that is your experience of humanness. But when you enter the heart, and when you fully allow yourself to experience the higher love in yourself, in everything, that opens you up to the higher experience, that opens you up to 5D, 3D. Three lowest are the levels of 3D. That's your human experience when you are here. From here, you open yourself up to higher awareness, and it comes through the heart. As long as your heart is closed, as long as you're wearing a mask, as long as you're playing the ego survival game, as long as you are stressed out, you're not able to feel the divine love. The lower emotions are here. Ask yourself, what emotional states are you experiencing here? Because that tells you your vibrational state. That tells you the state of your consciousness. Because if you are experiencing the lower human emotional states, that means that your level of consciousness is here and there's healing that needs to be done. Always remember to accept all emotional states, because all emotional states are okay. They are part of the experience, but they are there to be healed in order for you to ascend, to rise higher. So if you experience fear, if you experience sorrow, if you experience the lower states of consciousness like loneliness or something like that, they need to be healed through the heart. Heart allows you to heal them, because heart opens you up to the divine love. Everything, all pain is separation pain on some level. If you are afraid, if you are lonely, you are in a separation state of consciousness. These lower states here are separation states of consciousness. If you are there, how do you heal that? Go into that state, accept it fully, and through your heart open yourself up to the divine love in your heart, in your center point, in the center of all creation. It's like you need to get beyond the illusions, beyond the untruths, back to truth, because only truth will heal untruth. Only truth will reveal yourself, you. Only truth can get you higher from this, because As long as you are in the three lower states of consciousness, you are going to experience pain, suffering on some level, unfulfillment, feeling of needing something outer from yourself. The needing game is the lower chakras, the lower states of consciousness. The needing game, the feeling of separation, the feeling of oneness allows you to access your higher self and access your higher consciousness, your divine self. You are the one who separates yourself from your higher self. Your higher self is always you, your higher self will always be there. But if you decide to block yourself from your higher self, and I mean, most of the time that's an unconscious decision, that's just coming from, let's say, fear-based programming, where you don't see your higher self, you don't believe in that, you don't believe that you deserve love, you don't believe, because you are limiting your experience, because once again, you set the rules for your experience. You set the rules for how much love you allow yourself to experience, to how much yourself you allow yourself to experience in your human experience. As long as there is one limiting belief, that is enough to block you from your higher self, because that is setting you a certain vibration. Like, all of these states of consciousness are vibrational states. I can say from my heart, straight from my heart, straight from this flow that's coming through me. This is a multi-dimensional universe, and all is not, all is one, all is here, now, forever, all is God, all is, creation is, I am, you are, we are, we are, we are. Existence itself. On this plane of expression, we are experiencing existence. Not so serious, just one plane of expression. When you allow yourself to rise to a higher state of consciousness, that is full freedom. Clarity is full freedom, because you are not in the lower programming. You are beyond that, because you have healed that. You have transmuted the lower energies to higher awareness. Higher awareness sets you free always. Higher awareness allows you to experience a higher experience. And it's not in an hierarchical way, because every experience is perfect. Every experience is okay. But I'm showing you the possibility of experiencing humanity in this higher awareness. It's like all of my cells are like, I love you. Thank you for being there. Thank you for being here. Namaste. 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 I love you. Till eternity, I love you. Thank you for tuning into this energy now. 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 I'm transferring this energy to you now. 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 Come into your heart. Feel the center point in your being. Feel the love. Feel the unity. Feel the oneness of all existence. As you are all existence, you are all creation. You are this. Again, breathe in oneness. Breathe out nothingness. Breathe in and breathe out all existence. as it is you, and always will be. Amen. Amen. Amen.